Hello, my name is Tomek. Welcome aboard. In a moment, I will take you on a special tour of the Azimut Grande 26 meters yacht in Sorrento. I will show you the key areas, talk about the layout, the finish, and what makes this model stand out on the water and in the marina. If you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow. Let's get started. We would like to welcome you aboard the Grande 26 meter, a new super yacht from Azimut that offers all of the 20 meters you expect, plus something truly extra. She offers 5 staterooms for the guests, including a spacious master suite on the main deck, and carefully secludes the crew area in the forepart of the yacht to provide complete privacy for everyone on board. And she is a member of the low-emission yacht category by Azimut, meaning she has at least 20% reduced consumption compared to the average in her class. With traditional propulsion, that's thanks to a new pod propulsion system debuting on this model, plus the extensive use of carbon fiber. And there's also these layout solutions to talk about, the most exciting of which we will find later on the cockpit, but I won't spoil it for now. Let's start by talking about what makes this Flybridge so unique. The key design decision, which allowed the shipyard to create what they call the Maxi-Fly, this exceptionally long and totally flush flybridge, was to go with a semi-raised pilot house. You see, if they had gone with the typical raised pilot house, there would only be room here in the forepart of the deck for a bench to accompany the exterior helm station. Instead, here you can see they've expanded the seating for the dining arrangement in order to provide a second very pleasant lounge to enjoy cocktails before and after meals. And amidships, a wonderfully large bar with a floating table here and 2 seats at the end of it. Across from your outdoor dining, under the partial cover of this opening hardtop, you can seat all 10 guests here, of course. Now let me show you what's all the way aft. The owner can choose to do pretty much anything with the aft part of the Flybridge. You see on this unit, it's been laid out as a convivial lounge. And you really appreciate in particular this sofa bed under the sun, full exposure, and such an interesting piece of furniture. But the owner can do just about anything, as I mentioned. You can have full sunbathing or even a hot tub here in the center. Now, before we leave this deck and such an interesting piece of furniture, because they look natural and they feel natural as well, but they bring all of the superpowers of synthetics like durability and easy maintenance, to make them the perfect choice for the marine environment, which can be quite challenging. Now, I promised you something really exciting down on the cockpit, and it's time to go see it. The most impressive lifestyle feature of the Grande 26 meter has to be the deck-to-deck solution. You have teak decking on the transom hatch so that when it opens all the way, opening the garage, you can easily move back the guardrails. And have a massive extension to the cockpit area, more than a meter. It allows us, even with the table extended here, and all 10 guests seated around with chairs put on either end, to still have the space for the crew to make their way, and all 10 guests seated around with chairs put on either end. To still have the space for the crew to make their way all the way around and deliver exceptional service. But it's not all about the space, of course. Spaces are good for the Flybridge above, and it's accentuated by the deck-to-deck solution, which brings us in even closer contact with the lapping of the waves against the hull and all the sparkles out there. Oh, and by the way, should guests prefer a bit of additional shelter and protection here while enjoying the space from wind, sun, or prying eyes, Azimut's privacy curtain has perfectly designed to keep you covered. And there's even one more delightful surprise, a wet bar waiting to welcome you on board with an ice maker and a fridge, which is truly the perfect way to start your vacation. Now let's head inside to see the interiors. Entering into the main salon, we don't really sacrifice much of our connection with nature thanks to these full-height windows. And as you can see, the interior designer, Achille Salvagni, has selected residential, freestanding, low-profile furniture that lets these full-height windows shine properly. This lounge isn't just beautiful and comfortable, though. It also hosts hidden-away functional areas like storage and places for your controls. Behind this panel, we have not only a place to keep those things you might want to grab in a hurry, but also your climate, lighting, and plenty of room for all of your personal belongings. A place for various bottles of fine wines, or just about whatever else you might need here at this relaxing lounge. Even the poof hosts plenty of storage beneath. I mentioned that you can control the hidden TV from the panel by the entry, but you can also deploy it remotely. You see the TV, the blinds, the lights, the climate can be controlled via a tablet using the smart home system that we have. Everything that you need to set the mood, you can control right from the sofa, so you never have to get up. Now, transitioning to the dining area, it's a stylistic change. You see, as we transition, we pass from the cozy carpeting onto this hardwood warm flooring, which actually works to create visual continuity between us and the exteriors through the wooden frames of the windows. And the diagonal pattern here actually increases the perception of width. Now, this table seats 10 guests, conveniently close to the galley, but might be even closer than you perhaps thought. You see, there's a pass-through here, which can also act as a window for communication. And it's a great way to smell what's cooking. Now, we'll see the galley in a minute. But let's go straight to the master suite, because I want to show you how miraculously the shipyard has managed to bring full-height windows there as well. It's not just the full-height windows that give us such an incredible perception of space entering the master suite of the Grande 26 meter. It's also the fact that we enter already seeing into the expansion of the suite, which follows forward into the wardrobe and washroom area. Then there's the palette of materials, the reflective surfaces. This way, we have a totally spacious, clean main room set around this beautiful king-size bed. And you see, the vanity desk setup barely takes up a fraction of your massive windows. All the way forward, we have a total change of materials. The refreshing decor here in the master head is a perfect complement to this window, which I think is the most stunningly beautiful example of the Italian design that we find on board. And just around the corner, more privately located, we have the washroom area. Along with the toilet, you also have a luxurious rainfall showerhead, a warm wood seat and flooring that recall the teak decking outside, and another beautiful organically shaped window. Now let's head to the galley. Even before we enter the galley, I can already show you some of the storage that's available. Looking up top, you will notice that we have absolutely no rattle storage for dishes. You can also see immediately from this vantage point that the large pass-through window is just as pleasant and inviting from here in the galley as it is when you are standing in the main salon. And it combines with the two side doors on either side to give you an incredible flow of air through this spot. Plus, you have everything you need right here to host any kind of gathering. Let me show you. An additional storage. Meanwhile, on the directly opposite side, we have what appears to be a drawer, a dishwasher, and conveniently located under the sink, you will find your induction cooktop and your oven. Well, I'm ignoring all of these cupboards around me, but you get the idea. There's plenty of storage here and even more down below in the crew areas. Now, the interesting thing about the layout is that this galley has been designated as a center for crew activity. Let me show you what I mean. It's not just about guaranteeing guest privacy. It's also about making sure that the crew can conveniently access, first and foremost, the technical areas, and second, get wherever they need to go to serve. Let me show you how we do that on the Grande 26 meter. They can close off the galley using this door. From the rest of the crew areas behind me, which includes the stair down to the crew cabins here, and then the stair up to the helm station. So you see, even with this door closed, the crew can access all of the most important service areas. Then, for additional privacy, the crew can of course close off their own quarters because the helm is open on both sides. It has a double access. In fact, let's go see the helm right now. The semi-raised pilot house isn't just a layout feature. She has the technical credentials to back it up. You see here 3 flush glass Raymarine displays, with every system on board perfectly integrated. For example, here you see the engine ratings. It's totally clean, and you have fantastic visibility. The most interesting thing you probably notice is the ZF initials on the controls. That's because the Grande 26 meter is the very first yacht in the world to premiere their new pod propulsion system, the ZF4600. It's compatible with powerful engines, up to 1700 horsepower. That's why we've equipped this particular model with 2-man V12 1650 engines that reach a maximum speed of 28 knots. To give you a few numbers on the fuel consumption, because that's the most important part, at a full displacement speed of 12 knots, she consumes just 83 liters per hour, and at a fast cruising speed of 21 knots, 400 liters per hour. The reality is that pods are just so efficient when it comes to top-end speeds that you can really enjoy the full capacity of your V12s. This is the major reason that the Grande 26 meter makes the cut for Azimut's low-emission yacht category, meaning she has at least 20% improved efficiency compared to the average vessel in her category. It's not just about the engines. It's also a factor that she is a carbon tech generation yacht, meaning that the upper parts of the yacht have been laminated in the ultra-strong, ultra-light material to bring down the center of gravity, which helps with stability and onboard comfort, and at the same time allows the shipyard to expand the volumes. There are more benefits to pod propulsion that make a big difference in the lives of guests on board. For example, less noise, less vibration, and a more compact engine room, which allows us to expand the lower deck guest accommodations. Let me show you. In addition to the benefits of pod propulsion, which are especially important here on the lower deck, this VIP cabin, one of the two, also benefits particularly from the air treatment system. It brings in fresh air, which completely replaces the onboard air every 1 hour. And it does so without any impact on the energy consumption of the AC system because of a thermal exchanger. And finally, before the air passes into the cabins, it passes through a filter, so you can be sure the air you're breathing, not only on the upper deck, but here, is fresh and purified. And it's not only the VIP suites that have queen-size beds. In fact, we'll see that one of the double cabins does as well. The third of the spacious guest cabins here on the lower deck offers you another comfortable queen-sized bed. It's perfect for enjoying your full-height mirror TV, and the storage is found all the way around, which make life a little more comfortable. The main one, however, is full height, found in the same bulkhead as your ensuite bathroom. Now let's see the final guest cabin. The fourth and final guest cabin on the lower deck offers you 2 twin beds with plenty of space, full height, and there's even room for a third Pullman bed. Now let's head back to the bow lounge because I think it's time to wrap this tour up. One thing that I've come to really appreciate about this yacht personally is the fact that no matter where you are or where you want to go, you can get there efficiently. It's almost sunset. Let's see if we can catch it on the bow. Emerging out onto the bow lounge, it's impossible not to take a deep breath and just drink in the exposure that you feel here to the sun, to the views, to the wind. But it doesn't have to be exposed so much. You see, there are 6 bimini slots so that you can erect a shade over the whole area. But you see now, it's really in sun mode with the backrest laying down. If we need, we can create a convivial seating arrangement here based around this little coffee table. So the balloonge is yet another area that you can enjoy all day long. Now, that concludes our tour of the Grande 26-meter. You'll have to get on board yourself to discover more. If you are interested in private visit, just let me know. All contact details in description below. And if you like this video, please share a comment and subscribe for more. See you on the water.